business first. Hey, you went dry around the world. Hey, you went brown like a squirrel. Hey, you went Chanel pearls. Hey, you went Rolls Royce car. Hey, you went Rolls Royce truck. Oh, you want wall it all my hole. Oh, you want to line it all up.
Good evening, guys. I was gonna wait until tomorrow to show you like in the daytime, but I just thought, why not? I'm here looking at the products that I've made at 6:46 in the evening, and I'm very, very proud of myself. So the kitchen island is fully assembled. Everybody say whoa. Guys, look at it. It just fits perfectly, guys. Do you understand the vision? Like when you see everything come together with like the kitchen, and like now all my bags and everything is moved because there's somewhere for it to go. These are just plastic containers which I just want to wash because they've, you know, we're moving around when we're moving the van and stuff like that or whatever, and I just want to put them, wash them, make sure that they're washed when I put them away because I clean this and whatever. I just want everything to be clean. And yeah, so I'm just going to do that in the morning because I can't be arsed right now. But guys, look. Oh, it's so gorgeous. And I thought it was going to be a lot wider. I was kind of concerned, but I knew that I got the measurements correct. This is it when it's folded. It's got wheels underneath, bottle holders, wine, whatever you want to put your drinks, your beverages in there. 2 pull-out drawers. So cute. So cute. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to put in there. These are like takeaway cutlery and stuff that I've just, you know, collected over the past year or two from Nando's. Then here we've got this cabinetry, guys, and I've got my slow cooker, my blender, my panini maker. If you look there, there's an outlet there I'm going to show you, which leads to the back on the other side. But all the things that I don't need on the counter that I'm not going to use as often, I've stored away here. My lids and stuff like this at the top shelf, I'm still deciding what to do. I'm debating actually whether I should put my air fryer in there because this shelf is adjustable. I can adjust the height to however I want to. I think I might leave it here for the meantime because I've been using this as my toaster as well as everything else. Excuse me. And then when I get my toaster, then probably move the air fryer down here. Not sure. Might leave it there. It's not troubling anyone. But yes, guys, so everything has a place. And then this leaves more storage for like my tinned goods and stuff like that because I've teethed up a lot of space. I haven't organized it properly in this little larder of mine. I've kind of dumped everything like in the first few weeks when I moved here in here, so I'm not really utilizing the space as much as I could potentially be. But as long as everything is out the way for now, at some point I might do another reorganization. But honestly, guys, the way my knees just feel so crusty from like standing up, sitting down, organizing everything. Like you'll see like on some things they still have the numbers on it because I just can't be asked. This is supposed to be like a little towel rack situation that you can put like a cloth or whatever. I can always take it off and unscrew it because it is on the opposite side. Because the outlet is on this side, it just makes more sense because the plug is over there and I just don't want to have a tripping hazard. But I've tested it out and they work perfectly. So cute, guys. And then over here on this side, I've got a little section here. So I've got a few packets of tom yum noodles, some sweets, some fudge, some nuts, some bottled water, which is nice and cute. I was thinking maybe once I get my spice jars, I might put them here. Not sure. I'm just playing around with the storage that I now have, and now I can now take advantage and play with. And then over here on this side is my bar situation. So if I move this for you guys, just to get the wiring out the way. Oh my gosh, guys, I told you guys that I was like, I put out such a sweat yesterday that I had to have a wipe down because I still can't bathe properly and submerge because of my scarring. And oh my gosh, it was such a task to get the adhesive from like the ECG stickers that they had all over my body whilst I was out. Like that adhesive is strong. That shit is strong, babe. I've still got some residue But anyway, this is it. So you got this little pull-out situation whenever you need it with extra wheels, and they also got a stopper as well, just to, you know, give you that extra security and stuff. So you can wheel this around, move it, maneuver. So I'm not stuck with just having this as is. I can always move it and just manipulate to how I need as and when. The lead obviously leads out here. So this situation here, where I've got a lot of junk, this whole JoJo situation that I've kind of just accepted to call it, I've kind of just decided that I'm gonna do a half and half of it being a little seating area. So I'm gonna get like little floor flat cushions to sit on here, but then also just utilize it as an actual windowsill. It's not your ideal windowsill, obviously down to the style of how the building is made and everything's on a slope and a slant, but I actually like it like this. So it's gonna be a seating area / windowsill, because I do intend to buy some plants and stuff, and this is a huge window to have plants and stuff. So sorry, hold you guys up. That's what I'm gonna do, because I was also just thinking, like, it's not all the time that I'm gonna be having this table out, and I'm not sure if I want to, even though I have the option. And then I'm just thinking about, in my mind I had the in my mind of the bar stools that I wanted to have, but then I don't know, I guess maybe because I've gotten into like such a routine, and maybe like a quote-unquote muscle memory of just for the past 3 months or so sitting here, because I haven't had anywhere to sit here in the living room, that I've just been like, okay, cool, this is the designated seating area, but it's really not. It's actually a windowsill seating place, which can be used as a seating area. So I think I'm still gonna go ahead and purchase the bar stools that I was looking at to go with this table. It still does fit, and it's also on a gas lift, it's adjustable and stuff like that, because I won't be having a dining table. This is well wide enough. There is a weight limit, I forgot. I don't know if I told you guys already. There is a weight limit for this and the capacity of this, but this is well wide enough for entertainment and then store away and stuff like that. So it's absolutely lovely. It's gorgeous, guys. I'm in love with it. Can you believe TikTok shop, and I just went and took a risk on something that didn't have one review, and because it was on offer and it was just like fresh online, fresh on the site, they're gonna get a good review out of me. So big up them, big up them. The instructions were fairly easy, fairly simple. I did struggle when it came to doing the drawers and stuff, because, you know, it's on like a wheelie sort of system or whatever. So I had a lot of trial and error with the drawers and that. The only thing I would just say is just give me another a screw thingy. Give me another screw thing, because oh my gosh, after a while, because all the stuff that it takes to assemble with all the screws in that, the thingamajig, the winding thing, I forget the name, the winding thing, it wears out and then it loses its shape and stuff, so it just becomes a bit tedious after a while. The other stuff is fine because you can use like a screwdriver and stuff like that, but the other stuff, when you need like the thing to wind it, just give me two, do you know what I mean? Okay, because you gave me extra screws and all the other stuff or whatever, but this was really fun to assemble. I don't know if fun is the word, but it was, I feel very great knowing that I assembled this together and put this together, and it's very good quality, guys. Ain't she cute? So now you guys see, like, I think I'm just gonna wrap these in a white, but this is like a warm white. It's not doing it justice because I've got warm living room lights right now. What if I wonder if I use this light instead, the fluorescent one. Does that do it a bit more? I'll show you guys in the morning. But yeah, so she's cute, guys. She's cute. I'm so proud. So the next thing is just to make sure that these match, and then I think we'll be done. Obviously paint the walls because the primer is still here, but you know, slowly but surely, guys. And that is another package out the way. So like, I'm slowly starting to clear out the living room space, the floor space or whatever, you know. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm very proud of myself. I'm so stinking proud of myself that I've done this myself, and I didn't have to wait on my dad to do it. So yeah, tomorrow I might want to take a whirl and assemble my dressing table. I might, but right now I just want to focus on the living room. But yeah, happy Monday, guys. I hope you guys have had a great Monday. This is the junk that I've accumulated, my second load. I had a huge load earlier, but there's still some boxes that I'm gonna keep just in case for other things, you know? You never know when you might need a package or a box to send something off. So I always do keep some stuff just in case. It's been a really good productive day. I'm very, very proud of myself. And we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. So yes, and then everything has a place. Everything's been moved. So I've just like dumped the rest of the stuff that I had left over that I didn't have a space for here. Don't judge me, please, but cereals, pre-workout, teas and herbals and all that stuff there. And look, it's just not, it's not cute. A whole load of sarsaparillas is down there. This can't go anywhere, this whole wash detergent, because it's a mega pack. So I might actually just cut the box down because we're nearly at the end, and make way for Noddy. And then I've got to organize this, but I want to get some organization jars, like some actual containers, because I don't want things to get lost and then forget, because you know sometimes it's out of sight, out of mind. So yeah, but I am gonna fully organize stuff, but right now I just want things out the way. I don't want any tripping hazards. That's my main concern right now. 2 bar stools so I can actually sit down and enjoy. And yes, so we're getting there, guys. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. In due time. In due time. Peace. Good morning, guys. And it's the next day. First thing I've decided to do is drilling the minute that I can, you know, morally and socially get the A-OK to start drilling after 9 AM. And I've decided to do this. This was left by the previous tenant, and that's the mess that I made. But the little widget thingamajigs that go in to secure the nail don't fit. But then I'm just thinking, like, by the way that this wall is set up, and because my toilet paper roll holder isn't that heavy, I'm just gonna mask this up with this mending agent that I had bought when I was living in my temporary accommodation. Fill in the holes, wait for it to dry, and then go again, because this is in the exact spot that I actually want it in, because it's supposed to go like this. That's how it's supposed to look. Cute, right? So yeah, guys, I don't know. So I made all this noise on a Tuesday morning. Made all this noise for me to just retract back everything that I did. So I thought, oh, you know, content. Let me show you guys me mending it, I guess. Oh, it comes with some sandpaper, a little nozzle, and a spatula. That's cool. I got this on Amazon. I'm just gonna sand this down. Okay, that was quick, easy. 2 holes. I don't know why I'm smelling it like say it should be like out of date or whatever, but I'm not going to use the nozzle because it's only a small section. Hold on, maybe I should shake it. Let me shake it first, because it has been. It's a non-shrink multi-purpose filler, fills holes and cracks. Amen. Okay, so let's give it a go. I just hope it's not one of those. I can feel it at the bottom, so I'm trying to let it come down. It's very thick. It's very thick, guys, but I'm just being like cautious because I don't want it to, you see? splurt out. That's what we want to avoid, because that will just piss me off and the day ain't started. Okay, so we've got some. I've got a little bit. I'm gonna start off small. And it's great that it's white as well. So, yeah. I can't be asked to go get my, actually, let me go and get it, because you staring at me sitting on the toilet with my tits out. It's not really good use of content and showing you guys what I'm doing, is it? Hold on. Okay, that's better. Don't you guys feel more included now? So these are the 4 holes that we are covering up. Gosh, it's really, because I haven't used this since I bought it. I bought it in what? I think maybe 2023, end of 2023. All of the stuff is kind of separated, but look, this is, and for anyone who's wondering, this is what I bought on Amazon. So let's give it a go. It's not that bad. For all the carpenters out there, please, this is not my ministry. God did not create me to specialize in these sort of things, okay? I'm a dancer, I'm a performer, I'm a creative. So I want to get creative with the way I fill these holes. Okay, this is just the only annoying bit. Okay, yes. So this one's nice. This is what we're working with, you see? So I just need to add a lot more material just to fill it out, because they are relatively deep. They're really deep. I did make a hole in the wall very, very deep, so I've got to add a lot more, but I'm doing it gradually because I can't put it back in the tube once it's all out. So I'm kind of doing it in like a cross-section sort of situation. You know, the migrate's going up, down, left, right, left, right, left. Because I was listening to that song the other day, you know. Crazy. Okay, so this is the end result. I purposely left it a bit bumpy because in the morning I can sand it down and do it in the way that I want to. But chances are I'm probably even gonna have to take this down again, because I told you guys I want to do for this whole, because the cabinet's gonna go up here, I want to do this whole wall, either have this wall as the feature wall or this toilet seat wall behind me. So I've got this where the shower begins to here. Yeah, this is the cut-off point, the corner. So I've got this back wall here. Either have that as the feature point or have this, which is a bit wider. I'm thinking maybe, just from like a cute picture standpoint, because the cabinet's gonna be there, maybe do that. I might do it like that. Hold on. I need to raise you. Whatever. You just listen to my voice. So yeah. So I'm just gonna move everything to the side. The whole drill and everything all up in here. So I'm just gonna leave it on the floor here, because I'll come to it later. I'll come to it tomorrow, or maybe later on today, depending on how it dries. Today's Tuesday, guys, so we're coming up on almost a week. Tomorrow's gonna be a week post-op. And I feel okay. I just feel, right now, I feel like because I'm in the healing process, like I feel my belly button being really itchy. Not so much my second incision, but my belly button is really, really itchy. And I'm kind of nervous to even pull off the band-aid to look at what it looks like. I'm kind of scared. Even though I've got replacements, but I'm kind of nervous. I just want to, but then also when it comes to like wounds and stuff, it's great for the oxygen to get to it and not let any moisture get in. I'm just going to wipe this down because I just don't want this to be, because that will be a nightmare. There's nothing worse than having like dried plaster or whatever. It's better to deal when everything's wet, you know? So I think tomorrow, when we've reached a week, I might rip it off, change it, let some air get to it, and see how we get on. I need to look at the pamphlet because they did give me a pamphlet of how to deal with stuff after surgery and stuff like that. The one thing I didn't ask them though was like, how long till I can get back into dance and all these things. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm not really concerned about getting back to the specialist about that sort of stuff, because a lot of things are wrapping up for the season when it comes to studios, sessions, training and companies and stuff like that because of the Christmas period. So I feel like by January, when we all come back and we all reconvene in the new year, I will be ready and rearing to go. So I don't think that should be an issue. But yesterday, late at night, I was just like, I just wanted to bust a routine. Like, I don't know. As a creative, you'll get it. Like, you'll just get those little moments where you just have to itch and just put like some movement in your body. And I was just like, slow down, Savannah. Slow down. You don't want to, you know, do anything prematurely or whatever. So I'm just gonna take this time to just surrender to my body in its healing process, not stress, not worry for these, remaining 2-3 weeks. And we'll reconvene in January and see where we're at. So yeah, I'm gonna come off the toilet. My tummy is rumbling. I'm gonna make some breakfast. And then I'm gonna crack on with my day, which is doing nothing, chilling. I've got to organize these boxes. I want to take them downstairs to the rubbish. I just don't want no rubbish everywhere. I just want to try and keep my floor as clear as possible in the organized mess and chaos that I have already, you know? So, yes. So, task 1 was an epic fail. I don't know. It was a learning curve. It was definitely a learning moment. I'm always up for learning something new every day, but yeah, this angle is not really flattering, and I'm sitting on the toilet, guys, with you. So let me get up. Let's. Guys, oh, by the way, I was clearing out some stuff and I had this that I got. Bergamot, lavender, and oh, you guys can't even see. Patchouli? I don't know, honey, but it smells very sparish because obviously there's a lot of lavender that's coming through. It's very, very strong. But when I have my toilet paper holder, I'm not going to have it on the toilet seat. I'm going to have it on the toilet roll holder. But I don't know, I'm just thinking in terms of the weight and how much it can carry and withhold. I don't know. We'll see how we get on. But the bathroom is just... everything is just dumped. Thank God that we got a big floor plan or whatever. Nothing really gets in the way. Like, I've got this whole big bag or whatever, and scales and bath salts. So it's just... but it's okay. Thank God I'm the only child of God that is up in here, and I ain't got no other infant children that is running around here. So it's an organised mess and an organised chaos, guys. I don't know whether I showed you this. Did I? I hope I did. That's my setup in my shower. I still need to change the shower head. It's in this bag down here, and I just can't be asked right now. But I got that off TikTok shop. And that mirror, that wall mirror there, tile mirror for when I'm washing my hair and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, look, what do you guys think? Let me know. Feature wall here on the bathroom or behind the toilet, or both. But then it's gonna really enclose the space. I'm also leaning on this side because this side is a lot bigger, and I do want at least one white wall in every room. Let me wash my hands. That is my cue because the battery is blinking. It's about to die, but. Yeah, I want at least one white wall in every room, including the hallway, because white makes everything look bigger, and I don't want to close and consume everywhere. And I do like a nice blank breathing canvas space. But I think that's it for today. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next clip, and I'll update you if I get on with anything else throughout the day. Happy Thursday to everybody. Excuse how I'm looking. Yeah, So this morning I just got right up and at them. The minute that I heard that the kids were on their way to school, I said, yep, it's time for me to make noise now, because everybody at work, everybody I go to work and I go to school, so it's time for me to make noise. So I woke up and decided to paint this wall behind me white. Ta-da! And I think the previous tenant had like greyish walls or whatever, just real boring snoring, I don't really know, but the walls were kind of like grey or whatever, so they had to add like a foundation stuff. I had to like sand down here because here was like replastered and stuff to make sure that everything was smooth. But the reason why I did this, guys, is because ta-da, I finally did it. I finally assembled it. Don't watch the stuff or whatever, because you guys know I ain't got no wardrobe yet, so everything is just dashwear anyhow. Whole load of polystyrene on the bed still, but you know, I'll get the Hoover and come suck that up in a minute. But yes, everything is done. Look at this. Oh, everybody say wow. Wow. Another Bob the Builder moment. Big up Miss Wendy me. Yes, I did that. I really freaking did that. So yes, I painted this side of the wall, all of this, and then this corner section here, because I just wanted this out the way. It would go a little bit further, but I've got these little, I don't know what they're called, hook grips, carpet grips or whatever, that I still need to come dig up, but I really can't be asked to do that right now. I also painted the sideboards, if that's what you call them, as well. So everything is all nice and opaque white, brilliant white as the paint tin would say. I did get a little bit of paint on the mirror, but I need to go and spray that off or whatever. But guys, look, you see the numbers and stuff from the instructions. I really can't be asked to come pick them tins off right now. I really can't be asked. We've got 5 drawers down here. We've got a nice cute little stool, little cushiony situation here, very cute. It can hold my weight. A little thingamajig there, which is nice. And then the way that I'm thinking of doing it is holding maybe like my hair dryers, you know, hot tools and stuff like that over here. There is obviously that corner that isn't being utilized, so I'm thinking of maybe putting like a long standing lamp that goes and comes right up about here-ish, maybe, to, I think it's like a little fluorescent mood light that I saw on Temu. I'm still debating about how I'm going to go about it, but yeah. So there's a plug socket here, which is nice, that can wrap around and store things away, and everything, all the wires and all that stuff can keep hidden in that section, and it's not tripping hazard. 2 shelves here, which is really nice. And then I've also bought some stick-on lights, you know, the real like Hollywood ball light thingamajigs. That's what I've bought. I need to go find them and put them up. But yeah, guys, just admire this right now. Isn't she cute? I'm very proud of myself. And I was also quite nervous, because I was just thinking like, Lord, like if anything goes wrong with any of these things, like the island and the dresser and also the bathroom cabinet, I'm well past the return date or whatever, because, you know, guys, like I've been slowly buying things for my place, you know, even before I even knew I was going to get this place and moved here. So, you know, but everything worked out. It's all lovely. It's amazing. There's enough walkway to get to the bed and all that stuff, which is nice because I measured it out perfectly. I'm also going to buy a 1 chest of drawers, which would go here nicely, just 1. Ideally the look is to have 2 so it can look a bit cohesive. The one that I want is from IKEA. I forget what it's called. It's kind of like a Pax looking thing or whatever, kind of like similar drawers to this, but also in an orangey, a pastel, very faint orangey color to match the wardrobe that I'm going to have on this side of the wall here. That's for a later purchase, maybe in a month, 2 months time, that I'm going to purchase that. But I've measured it all well perfectly so that it can fit and also allow me to have enough walkway. So yeah, guys, we're slowly but surely getting there. And oh my gosh, guys, a bit TMI, but I finally passed my bowels 8 days after surgery. Finally passed my bowels. Oh my gosh, it was a struggle though. It was hard, it hurt, it was a little bit of a struggle. But yeah, in case anyone was wondering how long it takes, it takes about a week or so for you to pass your bowels. I was pissing like anything, pissed as soon as I woke up from the anesthesia, but passing my bowels, it took me 8 days. Oh my gosh. So the gas in my stomach has like finally gone down. I'm thinking that, well, I'm gonna obviously have to have a wipe down because I'm covered in paint or whatnot, but I'm thinking that I might change my dressing now that it's been a week. I'm just looking at my belly button or whatever, my stuff. The glue is slowly lifting up on the side of my stomach. The glue. See, look, my stomach's gone down significantly now. Because you know how blown it was before. I'm thinking of changing this into a new dressing because it's a bit dirty now. The glue is slowly lifting up here. A little bit. But this isn't an issue. I can get in the shower with this, my surgeon said, but just obviously not scrub so crazily. And then change the dressing on my belly button. But yeah, it's gone down a little bit. It's gone down significantly. You know, there's still a bit of gas trapped in there, but it's a lot better a week after the fact. So yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I can get active and stuff like that. The only time where I do still feel a bit of tension is like if I'm reaching for something at the top of a shelf or whatever. So I've just now surrendered to the fact that I'm just gonna have to use my step ladder a little bit more often rather than just this whole tiptoe business, because I just don't want to overstrain English. But yeah, guys, it is pissing it down, which is really nice. It's a nice audible for me, especially in the living room. It's lovely hearing the pitter patter of everything. So I'm just feeling like real like relaxed and, you know, mellow schmellow. But yeah, I think that is it for me today. And we're not even at 12 yet. What's the time? Oh, we are. It's 12:35. But I've been painting and doing all this stuff, waiting for the water to dry and all that stuff since like what, 8:30. So yeah, yes guys, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And then the next thing for me to do is do my bathroom cabinet. But that I will need some help with because that needs to be hung up, and I'm not doing that. I'm struggling by myself. Temu has still got my hallway mirror. It's been delayed by the courier. Don't know what's going on. So they gave me a £4 credit on my account because it should have been here, because I ordered everything at the same time. As you guys know, like I did the haul already of what I bought with like my kitchen stuff and whatnot, the drawers, the blinds, the everything to do with the living room and stuff like that. I showed you guys already, and that was all in one checkout. But it was just shipped separately, and the mirror is the only thing, and it's been like almost a week, so I don't really know what's going on there. So they give me a £4 credit if I don't receive it by a certain time. I think they're giving it 11 more days for them to ship the mirror to me. If I don't receive it, then I'll just have to get a refund, and they'll just cancel the order, and I'll just have to go back to the drawing board and find something else. But I'm not too fussed about it now, because now that I've got an option of mirrors, a dressing table mirror, I've got the mirror in my bathroom. Also, I'm not really getting up and getting dressed to go out nowhere, you know. I'm not going nowhere. I literally just got off the phone with my friend Tasha, and we were just talking about how we're basically both doing the same thing for this year, because it's just like, yeah, wrap it up, we're not going nowhere, we're not doing nothing. A post laparoscopy, who would have thunk it? So if anyone's ever concerned, calls, queries, FANQs, all of that, with me, it's gone pretty well. I've been really blessed with my experience, especially because it's my first operation, my first time being put to sleep, and I have no complaints. And I finally passed my bowel, so everything is actually fully working, you know. So I think the trouble now is just I'm going to be finding every little piece of styrofoam every which way. I'm just going to find it all over the gaff, but it's fine. I just have to make do and just, you know, clean as I go. Whistle while I work. Do 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 do. Hope everybody's having a good week. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, I've had a lot of reflection this year about a lot of things, my life this year, and how grateful I've been living in a year full of answered prayers, and just how blessed and how God has kept me, and just being in a living testimony. Honestly, like sometimes testimonies don't have to be big and grand, but it's just also the fact of just me being carried through regardless is a testimony in itself. And just having God's hand on me is just the testimony itself, and I'm just so grateful and I'm so blessed. So things are getting in order. It's messy and all these things, but God is keeping me. God has kept me. God will keep me. Do you know what I mean? So although I can be a bit of a type, I don't want to say type A, maybe type A minus, B plus, I'd say, depending on what it is. And I'm like, okay, cool, once I do this and do that, but it's just like, you just need to surrender and just relax, ease up a little bit, and just remember that, like, God does not work along with the timeline. God works outside of time. He created time for us, really, to just give us a little bit of structure, but like, he works outside of that, you know. And he is very much an and suddenly father of mine, and suddenly, and that's just where I'm at, you know. And suddenly, you know, all these things that I was worried about and suddenly here we are. Like, even me worrying about sizing and measurements and paint and all these, and suddenly, and here I am, look, with the dresser still put up, the paint is on the wall, and suddenly, and it will continue to be that way. So I'm just so blessed. I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful. This is also just, I just realized with this, looking at this stool, this can actually just snugly, oh my gosh, just fit there, snug, out the way. I can put it, it's because I put those little widget thingamajigs underneath, like anti-slip. But look, oh my gosh, perf. And that's my first chair in the house, actually, technically. You guys know I ain't got nowhere to sit. I just be sitting on my window ledge, sitting on my bed, sitting on the floor, sitting on the carpet, and that's my first seat in the house. So yeah, but things are starting to look up. It's been a real chill, good week. Raining non-stop. We live in the UK. What's to be expected of that? You know, you can't really. But at least this is set up now, which I'm so happy about. And I think I'm gonna start putting things in the drawers, you know, emptying some bags and stuff. Because guys, look, this Sports Direct bag over there, that is filled with to the brim with toiletries, and I've got another IKEA one in the living room with all my lotions and potions and stuff like that. It's crazy. So when we got too much blood clot things. But yeah, guys, I feel really good. I feel great. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, guys. Yeah. So I'm just gonna chill, unwind, relax. I think that'll be it for me. I obviously need to wipe off this paint, wash. It's a sign of hard work, so I'm very happy. And then I've got to take out this hair of mine, although I only did it like a week ago. Itching my scalp, man. Itching to blood clot. Oh my gosh. I think I just want to, like, not do too many like high tension styles in the new year, especially going forward. I want to be really intentional about my hair growth journey, and just probably just doing more natural, leaving it in twists and stuff like that, because honestly, like, I realize my scalp is quite sensitive and also it can be quite dry, but I've been neglecting it. So God, the way I be itching my scalp, guys, like itching it, and it doesn't help with all these dust particles and paint everywhere. It doesn't help. But you know, I'm just waffling, just talking to the camera for the past, what, 14, almost 15 minutes. Hey guys, so it's been a day or two, and I've decided to do the bathroom cabinet, under sink cabinet. Now I did mention to you guys, let me move this to the side. Now I did mention to you guys that this bar thing, which holds all the pipes and is hiding away all the pipes, was going to be a blocker for this under sink situation, hence why there's a bit of a gap here. But I'm thinking that I might get a little bit of decor or something just to put underneath it, because there is a lot of gap space. These things are meant to actually attach it to the wall, like an anti-tip sort of situation, but obviously I'm not going to be able to use that. And there's a lot of gap space back here, but I can still utilize it, to be fair, and just put some bits and bobs that I don't want particularly shown and just hide them, and then retire this whole thing. Maybe put that at the side of the toilet, maybe. I don't know. Still trying to figure out the feng shui of it all. But yeah, guys, what do we think? What do we think? I'm not too hung up on it. Obviously, there's a bit of gaps and stuff like that. There's some couple of screws and bits and bobs missing, because I just generally couldn't be arsed, and I was just like, you know what, F it. But, you know, for the most part, it does its job. It's cute. and this is how it looks on the inside. So all my lotions and potions finally have a place to go. I'm going to get some inserts, some containers to put here. This is adjustable, so I can adjust the height as of how and when, or just depending on what I choose to put inside here. But I've just gone for the middle just to keep it a safe option, but that can also change. And then it's got this whole magnet situation here. The drawers and everything are just like, that's why it's screaming cheap, guys. Like, oh, hold on, I'll move this. Okay, that's better. And then you do not be a problem for me, this magnet, because you're meant to magnetic. So magnetic. The drawers, it's not on a roller thing like the other two, so it's kind of just giving cheap. It's giving a sort of situation, but they're fairly deep, and I can hold, you know, like cotton buds, stuff like that, facial stuff, whatever. And remember, I've got a cabinet that is going up here that is going to be installed, but I can't. I just think I'm going to leave that for a two-person thing. I don't even want to, because it's got a mirror and stuff, and I'll be really pissed if I slip. But yes, this is what it's looking like. Yay, nay, yes, no, maybe so. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I'm all for storage and stuff like that. I'm kind of like, that'll do, donkey, kind of. But yeah, guys, let me know. Let me know. I'm not really hung up on the handles either. Maybe later on down the line I might change the handles. But yeah, I've got some extra storage now, so I can finally put something somewhere. And that is all the Bob the Builder Wendy Chronicles that you guys will have for I don't know when. But hey, I'm pretty proud of myself. Did that fairly quickly, to be honest with you. I just feel like my hands need a break, especially the palms of my hands. And oh my gosh, the poor screwdriver needs a bloody break, mate. But I'm very, very proud of myself. So big up me. Big up me. So yeah. Cute, right? But anyways, happy Saturday, guys. I hope you guys are having a lovely Saturday, whatever you guys are doing. It's the 20th of December, so it's a countdown officially. School's officially broken up everywhere, and you know, yeah, all good. I significantly noticed a change in like my stomach. It feels so much flatter. Like I woke up to a lot flatter stomach. I've still got gas in my system and stuff like that, but it just feels so great to just like finally deflate. And you know, I gotta continue belching, I guess. But yeah, guys, yes. So that's all for today. I'm not going to be doing anything else, but I just thought I'd update you on that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, happy Sunday. It's currently what, the 21st of December, and I have finally decided to unpack and load my bathroom cabinet. I've currently got my laptop on the toilet watching a K movie that recently came out. It's called The Big Flood or something. The Great Flood. I'm just sorting out some stuff. I've got this little trolley here, and I'm just trying to condense and sort out everything that I've got in this huge bag for life, and then I'm going to put it in here. Also remembering that I've still got a overhead cabinet that I can also store my stuff, as well as my dressing table and stuff, and then I've got shelves and stuff like that or whatever. So come and watch me organize a little bit. Yeah.
I'm on the stage right now, singing your favorite song. Look in the crowd, you don't know where to be found as they sing along. I say you look good without no makeup, no lashes, even better when you wake up. I see the look on your face, I see you hiding in it. I see you looking for someone to scoop you right off your feet. You wanna ride in the rave, you wanna go out on dates, you want somebody to come bring you flowers.
Hey guys, it is Monday. Happy Monday. I got tired and I got fed up and I gave up halfway through, I'm not gonna lie. So we are here the following day and I have majority, I'd probably say a good 98% of my stuff, because I've just been accumulating and saving and putting stuff away and overbuying and doing a little bit of overstock and making sure that I bulk buy in preparation for when I moved over the past 3 years. So there's a lot of stuff that can't fit. So I do have a bit of overstock, but that's fine. I do have a storage cupboard in the hallway that I'm just gonna put the rest of those stuff in. But let me show you how it all looks. Excuse this is just like my day-to-day like grab and go things, just so I can grab, because my ideal plan is to get rid of all this stuff that I still have to, you know, pads and all that stuff. Those things should not offend you. If you're really that childish, come off my page now, please and thanks. But yeah, so this is just a lot of other day-to-day stuff, but this is the focus. So let's start with this. So as a good cousin that I am, supporting my cousin's hair care business and her brand. So her hair products are lined up here, Say by Ani. I'll put that again in the link in my bio. Go and check her out because the stuff is really good. I'm not just saying it because she's my cousin, because a lot of the time we can be a bit biased, all them things there. I won't be putting it on my channel if it weren't good and I actually don't use it, do you know what I mean? So go check her out. But yeah, shower gels and all that stuff. I've got like the cheaper ones at the front that I want to use, and then the ones that I want to save and like, you know, let me even just show you, because I went on a crazy adventure and a search for this product. It's actually, I think it's the cousin, the sister, the new packaging and stuff from this one, which is actually discontinued. I was searching all over eBay, every store, every corner shop, all over the UK, and I bought every single one of these cotton clouds because it smells absolutely divine. This has now been discontinued with Imperial Leather, so I only have a few left. So I'm keeping them at the back because I don't know, I just get a bit sentimental and I do have a little bit of a hoarding spirit. But this is the identical scent with Imperial Leather, and they've now called it Cotton Flower and Vanilla Orchid. So at least I know that I can still use this. So I'm keeping those at the back there, using the cheap and cheerful ones, making sure that they're at the front, because I've still also got a lot of stuff back here on these shelves here that I still need to use. I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4 body washes and 2 body scrubs. Oh my gosh guys, I'm even so like, I completely forgot. So like 3 years ago I went on a family reunion and we went to New York, Philadelphia, and then I extended my trip and I went to Florida for 2 extra weeks. We went to Bath and Body Works and they had this gingham limited edition situation, and I bought the body butter and I bought the scrub, and it smells absolutely divine. It's obviously now been discontinued. Like, I never ever believe when they say limited edition it's actually limited, because I just feel like the people them are gonna love it and they're gonna wanna, of course, like people, like the business is great for the business, is great for the consumers, of course they're gonna continue it. No, it was actually limited, guys. And this was stuck at the bottom of my bag for so long because I said, you know, I'm gonna wait for a special occasion. That's a trauma response, guys. If you guys didn't know, like, use it today and now. We don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. So I've started like keeping things out and stuff like that. But I looked online and they don't, and it smells so good. But I'm gonna go into Bath and Body Works because you guys know that they, over the past recent years, they brought it over to the UK, but they partnered it with Next. So I'm gonna go over to Next at some point, go to Westfield and see if they have a Gingham's cousin, because it smells gorgeous. I'm not really with the body butters because they tend to be a lot like very watered down, so I always mix it with my oils and stuff like that, stuff that I know that's actually going to nourish and like oil up my skin, because I don't want to be walking around and then I scratch myself and I look like a chalkboard. Anyway, but yeah, going off on a tangent, let's continue. So hair care products, body washes, body and shower gels. These I showed you guys from when I went to Turkey, these shampoos that I bought. I have got some shampoos and some conditioners up there already, so I'm just waiting on that. I also bought this, which is in here is a conditioning. I bought this, I think I bought this off TikTok shop, this bar thing, because they can get really moldy and yucky and stuff or whatever. But I also bought this conditioning bar, which is from Plant Made, so that also prevents moisture, mold and yucky and icky stuff. But anyway, first aid kit. This is my travel thing. Anytime I travel, I can take, because I got an electric toothbrush, I take this away and I disassemble and pack it and whatnot wherever I'm going as a weekend or whatever it is that's used for traveling purposes. First aid kit. Then I've got some Just Wax tea tree oil, but really it's not just for that, but I mean, my wax lady put me onto this because it smells so good, and she always lathers me up with this after we have our waxing sessions and stuff. But I bought me one just because I like the oil, you know, you can just use it. These what are they called? What are these called? Cotton pads, cotton wool pads. Pretty self-explanatory, multi-purpose. And then I've got this here. Let me move this, which I've taken out. And I've just got little mini shower caps, all miscellaneous stuff, little shavers. I don't really use shavers, but in case of an emergency, if I can't get an appointment quick enough, and then I just keep them handy, them disposable ones. These are for like my retainers, but I haven't worn my retainers in so long, so but I'm gonna get back on the Invisalign because I was not, I don't know, anyone who ever got braces when they were 16, like, were you guys really fully happy with what you got when you were 16? I wasn't. Like, I feel like I already mentioned that I can be a bit of a type A minus, B plus when it comes to certain things, and I just like, my teeth are straight, but I'm looking for like cartoonish without the veneers and all that stuff. So I'm definitely gonna get back on the Invisalign. Maybe 2027 I'll visit that, but I'm gonna keep these because they're used to, like, you soak them in water with your retainers. The little disposey tablet sachet thingamajigs. Anyway, so that's that. I go off on a tangent a lot, you know. I'm realizing that, like, stay on task, get to the point, keep on topic, but that's all that we have there for. Ugh. This. Cutesy, cute. And remember, I've got my dressing table as well, but I'm gonna order some like compartment stuff just to keep everything, you know, aesthetically pleasing, cohesive, all in one. Do you know what I mean? Bottom shelf, bottom drawer, I've got all my soap bars and whatnot. So toothpaste and stuff that I bought from Turkey, skincare, Palmolive, whole load of Dove and stuff down there, little ointments and stuff like that. I had a friend go to Korea, so I had her get me some stuff. I'm really saving that because I really want to try that out. Overstock on roll-ons. I've got so many roll-ons, guys, it's ridiculous. Dettol bars. These are all like my soap bars, vitamin C stuff for skincare and hair care. I'm just going to use up, obviously I told you guys I'm going to use up the ones that I have in the shower caddy already. But that's the bottom drawer. Extra toothbrushes, tooth heads. This is actually supposed to be used to actually clean my retainers and stuff like that, but whatever. Pads, tampons, pretty self-explanatory. And these ones that I've put in here, these are ones without the applicator. I'm not really fond of those, but I just needed to have some organization, guys. We needed some organization. Also, if I do have anybody over or whatever, I know that the last minute stress of like, the worst thing that you want is when you're using the bathroom and you forget a tampon or a pad. They can just access that. I don't really have my period, guys, but you know. And then skincare, stuff like that. I did a bulk buy of like a whole load of Colgate. When I tell you guys, wait, first of all, does Colgate have an expiry date? I'll put you guys down because it's actually like, I bought a bunch of these back in like, oh god, should I even say it on camera? I bought a bunch of these in like, I'm gonna say 2021. 2022. This is when the world was upside down with COVID. We were still battling, going with what's going on in the world, and the pandemonium, the panoramic, the Panasonic, and Corona, the virus, all of them things there. And I just wanted to get out, because remember, I was teaching in China, and I only came over to the UK for Chinese New Year, get some bits and bobs that I couldn't get over in China for my, you know, new clothes, and just restock and re-up and stuff. And a week later, we were locked down, couldn't do nothing. You guys know the whole spiel. But I was adamant that I still wanted to get out of the country. Like, the people there in the household were driving me mad. It just wasn't the best. It wasn't the best, and it was just driving me mad. And I just wanted to get the ASAP. I toyed behind the idea of going to Thailand, going to Korea. When I was looking at going to South Korea, I was told that they don't really have like good toothpaste. So that's why I stocked up on like, this is like, these are my last two, bar this one that is over here. My last two that has carried me since 2021. But we're gonna have to boycott these, because I came across a content creator on TikTok, and Colgate, they were a part, they bought shares in a company that supported blackface, and I'm not fucking with it. So we're going over to Oral-B, and also the Turkish company there. So, but after this, Colgate, fuck you lot, seriously, come not with that blackface. And you think no one will find out? Oh, anyway, let's continue. More lotions, potions. I got a floss here. Plasters, cotton buds, little mini stuff like that. So yeah, whole lot of miscellaneous Vicks, face scrubs, retinol, so many things. Just shove it up in there, chat. I'm just slowly but surely figuring things out. I'm thinking I might even take out some of the pads and the tampons, because I think that's a bit overkill, and it's doing a bit too much, because I'm not even going to be running a Just House like that. Like, no, not everyone's going to be running in and out of this place, you know what I mean? And I don't go through that many pads and tampons and stuff, because I don't really get, because I have the coil, guys, so I don't really have my period. But they're not that deep, and a lot of the products that I have are either like really tall bottles or really wide, or it's just like they fit, but like the nozzle on the top just doesn't cut it, so it's just annoying. So a lot of these things here, like these for example, none of these can go in any of the drawers that I have, because it's just too tall. So that's what we're dealing with right now. So, but I'm gonna continue tidying up the rest of this, because I want to clear this floor space, because I can't have this mess. Like, I can't have it. But I'm proud. I've emptied out this bag, which was filled to the brim, to the point where I actually couldn't even carry it. I filled it up so much that my brother had to take it out. My brother or my dad, one of them. But guys, guess what I also did? I installed the lights. Let me show you guys. Look. Ta-da. Yeah, same with the depth of these. Like, it's so annoying. This is the body butter I was talking about. Yeah, I've got to get all these things here and get them in this drawer. But I'm just gonna dedicate these drawers to like makeup. See, they don't actually run that deep, guys. And also height wise, it's actually pretty shallow. So this is just gonna be like a laying down, face down makeup sort of thing. But here, in this section here, I'm gonna get, I think I might get one of those packed chest of drawers, but I'm just thinking like it's a lot of furniture, and I want to be able to have some breathing and airspace. But just because this room is actually big, I don't want to now fill it up, because I've got this bed and I intended to have 2 bedside tables. If I have a bedside table on either side, dressing table, wardrobe, and a chest of drawers, yes, I'll still have space, but still a lot of furniture. Do you know what I mean? Like, I still want to be, less is more, but more is more when it comes to decor and color and stuff like that, in terms of how I actually design and put my own stamp on certain things. But we'll figure it out. I think once I get my wardrobe installed and I can get my clothes off the suitcase, out the suitcases and packed away and stuff like that, I'll be able to mentally, you know, I can envision it to a point. But anyway, let me show you guys the lights. So I've got an extension cord underneath here. Great buy, because I bought it from, it's like a 270. So there's like 6 that I can put, which is great, because under here I've got all my strainers, blow dryers, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Hot tools that I put there. And yeah, I just stuck these on. Got these off Temu. Big up bloody Temu, man. Oh my words. First time using Temu and I've gone ape crazy with it. So, ta-da! So this is what the one setting. A warmer setting. More cooler setting. More like stage lights sort of situation. And then you can adjust with the plus or a minus on the remote how bright you want to go. Yeah. So if I take it all the way up, who texting us? And then we've got the stage light, warm light. Oh, that's a warm light. Stage light, regular room temp. Child, you guys get it. You get the gist. But it's cute, right? Cute. Cheap and cheerful. Stuck them on. Do you know what I mean? I really wanted one that had these already installed, but I think the way that they tried to like advertise it when I would type it in the search bar was like, because obviously ideally I would just want one that had them already installed just for a nice flush look. But when I actually got to looking at the reviews and stuff like that, a lot of them would just say it just to draw customers in, but they actually didn't have lights. So I ended up having to buy these separately and just sticking these on, which I'm cool with, I'm okay with, and then just like wrapping it around. There's a place where you can wrap the wiring around. So yeah, that can do its job. And then the stool easily tucks away there, which is nice. Where's my phone? Who's texting me? Okay, oh, it's 2:34, Monday, the 22nd of December. And yeah. Also guys, my specialist called me for an operation because you know how I am officially almost 2 weeks post-op. So I just had a couple of questions, concerns. I think I was just really overthinking it, but she was so lovely, and I emailed them, and she called me back, which I'm surprised because I was expecting them to get back to me in January, considering the time of year or whatever. But she really wanted to make sure that I had my mind put at ease and stuff like that, because I had 3 fibroids that were hanging off the back of my uterus, and I just really was just wondering, because I was still experiencing like the sporadic sharp pains and stuff like that. But she opened my eyes and obviously mentioned beforehand that like there's nothing going on with in terms of my feminine reproductive system, my eggs, my tubes, none of that. Everything was completely ruled out, but I guess I just still had some concerns. I was thinking, no, it's the fibroids, but she mentioned that I only had 3 hanging off the back of my uterus, and it would be dangerous, especially the size that they were, because they were tiny. Like the biggest one was like 17 millimeters, which is the size of a marble, and the others were under a centimeter. Hanging off the back of my uterus, and she said that there would be more complications in trying to remove them, especially when they are out of the way and they don't affect you conceiving or anything like that, than just leaving them there, because unless they grow. But she was just like, she has a lot of faith in the fact that they shouldn't interfere in anything to do with how I'm feeling, the pain that I'm describing and stuff like that. And she was just like, maybe like she said, I would really recommend you looking into, you know, your GP about maybe it might be a nerve thing, because I mentioned to her that I've got sciatica, and obviously I didn't think about connecting the dots. Like having sciatica is having a pinched nerve in the back lower part of your spine on your back. She was like, maybe that could be the cause of it, you know, when the nerve is getting pinched but it's somehow getting transferred downwards to your pelvis. And I thought, oh my gosh, yeah, that makes so much sense, because when I do feel it, it's either in my sciatic nerve or the similar pain is in that region. So, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. She did say, you know, obviously with the Marina coil, give it 6 months to really take. But she was just like, you're really lucky, like in all of these cases that I've dealt with women in the past, and I know that you're really young, but you're really lucky. And in my mind, I was just like, no, I'm blessed. I'm really blessed. Like when I tell you I'm so blessed, like how everything went, considering it was my first operation ever, completely blessed. I told you guys already, I was the first appointment, first operation in. Just, I was the first for everything, first in, first out, check, 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 check. No complications, no worries, like Hakuna Matata basically. So yeah, but yeah, she was really lovely. It's so funny because she's got the same talking, speaking voice as my sister-in-law, but she was so lovely. And she was just like, don't hesitate to come back if anything, but I'm 100% sure that like you're okay. And she just said that it would require more permission and add more risks to you, because it would, even if it was a thing, because I even said to her, like, is there like a minimum size it has to be? And when it comes to fibroids, it depends on where it is inside of your uterus, where it is in your region, if it's growing on the inner lining, if it's growing on, you know, I forget the anatomy of all of it, but she said it all depends on where it is. And where mine are, considering that at the beginning of last year I started off with 11. I had 11 fibroids, all less than a centimeter, and I started drinking this herbal bush tea called dog blood, which is commonly known in the Caribbean, and it is a very strong herb, but it has multiple properties, which is used for, you know, fibroids, endometriosis, pelvic pains, heavy periods, blocked fallopian tubes, but also can be great for fertility, but also a natural herb substance form of terminating a pregnancy as well. So it's not only, it can be used to get pregnant and to terminate. That's the strength of the qualities of the berry, the plant, whatever it is. And I drank it and I got down to 3, so I'm going to continue drinking it, but then just keeping an eye on my sciatica and how it affects my body. It's just crazy. The female body is just a crazy and such an intricate and interesting and just so magnificently detailed. I'll just be looking up sometimes like, God, oh my word, sir, daddy. But yes, my mind is at ease and I'm all good with that. And yeah, guys, I'm just gonna chill. But slowly but surely I'm just getting things out the way, which is really nice. It's nice finally getting things out the way, moving things out the way, getting rid of boxes. Like, it just makes me so happy. Like, it's such a satisfying feeling. It's like, yes, what, I get to crush and get rid of another cardboard box. Ugh, it's lovely. Sun is getting ready to set. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, 2:40 and we're already getting ready to wrap things up. The sun is over the other side. The sun is already over the other side. I'm not long ago had breakfast. Anyways, my head is itching me, you know. I'm trying to let this hairstyle carry me, but I just want to wrap it up and you know. Oh my gosh, this morning I was in such pain. I was rolling over because I finally realized, oh my gosh, I can finally lay on my stomach now. And the glue, because I told you guys, like, one of the incisions, the specialist, the surgeon, she glued it instead of sewing it because it was really tiny. And like, because it started lifting up and drying up, and because like when she glued it, my stomach was already expanded, so now that my stomach is now starting to deflate, there's all this extra looseness, so like the glue is starting to lift. Oh my gosh, I rolled over in the middle of the night and the thing flipped up. Oh my gosh, it just jerked me up and shook me. So I had to get the scissors and carefully I had to get the clippers and clip off the dry bits of glue, because if that catch on something, oh my word. So I now have to like tuck in my t-shirts, tuck in my tops, because I don't want it to catch on things. Like, I don't want it to catch on like my PJs. To be honest with you, I've got a house dress on, so I don't even need to worry about that, but you know what I mean. So yeah, guys, enough of the chatting, enough of the jibber jabber, talking to you lot and talking you lot's ears off for like 25 minutes. But yeah, that's just a little update from me to you, to me. I'll see you guys in the next clip. Yeah, right, cool.